Hey, what's going on? My name is Jake, and if you've been waiting for a good reason to jump back into Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, this update finally gives you one. What stands out right away is that this is not just one of those updates that patches a few loose ends and calls it a day. It actually adds fresh content in a way that changes how you move through the game world, especially with the new detective missions joining the contract system. The team also pushed a major round of quality of life tweaks, plus network and performance work. So this feels like one of those updates that is trying to improve both the fun stuff and the everyday stuff at the same time. And honestly, the new content side is the part most people are going to notice first. Detective missions are now part of the contract system, and the developers say they were designed as a community-voted mission type that expands the game beyond the usual routine. The way they described it makes them sound a bit more story-driven too, with cases that can involve paparazzi work, strange disappearances, suspicious activity, and even more personal storylines. Alongside that, there is a new body kit system that starts with official Audi Sport Performance Parts for the Audi R8 Coupe RWS, which is a pretty big deal for players who care about vehicle customization. There are also new clothing store hubs in Ibiza, so the update is not only about racing faster cars, but also about making the world feel more alive when you are just moving around and exploring. On top of that, the car list gets a serious boost with the Pagani Huayra Roadster, Pininfarina B95, and Lamborghini Temerario, while special editions include the Alpine A110R Oldtime, Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Black Series, and Bentley Continental GTC Speed Edition 12. That is a very strong lineup, and it gives the update a lot of personality right away. What I really like here is that the patch does not stop at adding shiny new toys. It also smooths out a bunch of everyday friction. The quality of life changes are genuinely useful, especially the addition of voice audio for casino NPCs, the increase to 6 outfit save slots, and the bump up to 10 GPS checkpoints. That sounds simple, but those kinds of changes matter when you are actually playing for a while, instead of just looking at the update from a distance. The full notes also mention changes to clan rewards, a new key binding option for a list navigation, better manufacturer logo display, improved performance rating display in the car cell menu, and a bunch of clothing fixes so outfits render more cleanly and clip less often. There are also map and environment repairs, including restored roads on Hong Kong Island, fixes for collision and environment bugs across Hong Kong Island and Ibiza, better render distance for certain objects, lighting adjustments in interior areas, and even access fixes around the British Performance parking garage. Then on the sound side, the patch goes after things like rev match behavior, missing tunnel reverb on Ibiza, missing exhaust and engine sounds on several vehicles, and weird UI noise near finish lines. There's also a default horn option in workshops now, which is the sort of detail that sounds minor until you realize how often you actually use it. The vehicle fixes are just as busy. A lot of the work here is about making cars feel and look correct in motion and in menus, whether that means roof locks behaving properly in the rain, interior camera alignment being fixed, spoiler compatibility being cleaned up, upgrade pricing being adjusted on selected vehicles, or missing interior trim being added for the Ferrari Portofino. The update also fixes lighting and dashboard issues on several models, restores missing door animations on Aston Martin vehicles, improves the LaFerrari spoiler animation, and corrects wheel, rim, and tire visual problems. Even the Audi e-tron gets a gear indicator fix, and the Pininfarina Battista had its color preview mismatch corrected. If you use a steering wheel, there is a separate set of fixes for Logitech and Thrustmaster setups, including better device naming, less input delay, corrected force feedback, constant force fixes on some Logitech wheels, and a crash fix tied to a Thrustmaster wheel on Xbox Series X. That tells me the team was not just focused on the most obvious issues. They were trying to clean up the whole driving experience from the menu all the way to the track. The platform-specific improvements are worth calling out too. On PC, the update brings multiple performance optimizations, better frame timing, more stable overall frame delivery, improved shadow rendering, mouse camera control around vehicles, a fix for FXAA not working without an upscaler, better input synchronization, and smarter settings handling when resolution or refresh rate dependencies come into play. On Xbox Series, the default performance mode resolution is increased to 1440p, controller reconnection prompts are fixed after switching connection types, and ambient occlusion visuals are improved. The official notes also say there are no platform-specific changes for PlayStation 5 in this update, which is useful to know because a lot of players usually expect a separate console tweak list. Network-wise, the game now handles sessions better after players leave. Grouping and matchmaking are more reliable, live events are functioning properly again, lobby stability in social spaces is improved, and race or event connection errors should happen less often. That kind of back-end cleanup matters a lot in a game built around online interaction, because even a great car collection does not feel great if the session itself is flaky. There are still a few known issues left on the list, and I think it is worth being honest about those too.